Hello fellow leggers, we are back out on the road. We're at Curve Leicester.
We are back at the beautiful Curve and we're here to see a beautiful show, which I think is one of those great feel-good musicals. Just a great girls, gays, guys night out, and that is Priscilla, Queen of the Desert, the musical.
So stick around fellow leggers to hear all of our thoughts on this touring production.
And find out how many stars.
Whether it's break a leg
or leg it.
it.
I almost cut you off then, I do apologise.
Whoops. Tours are going out, shows are happening, and like it's all happening. The tours are going boo, 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 everywhere.
And seat filler shows, which act as a perfect tonic to the 18 months of hell that we've all just lived through. For so many people, this is going to be their first show back to the theatre, and do you know what? I know I'm a big proponent of good audience etiquette, but I'm going to just throw it away tonight.
Is that not what we're going to get?
Well, I don't think we're going to get it, and I think we're going to get people singing along. It's a jukebox musical, so it's songs that you know and love. We're going to get people shouting out. We're going to get people enjoying themselves, and I'm going to forgive them because we need that right now. So yeah,
we don't want no Hamlet. We don't want no Macbeth coming out of COVID.
I don't want to overthink it. No,
we just want
I want
fun.
Lights. I want camp. I want costumes.
This is the sort of show that we need to carry us through.
Yes, and I said it's a jukebox musical adapted from the 1994 movie The Adventures of Priscilla Queen of the Desert, and it's been adapted by the original writer-director of that film, Stephen Elliott, alongside a little bit of support. Now, you've never seen the film.
Never seen the film.
I've seen the film about 25 years ago. I don't remember a huge amount, but it is classic cult LGBT plus. It's in the canon, basically. It follows the same general plot of the film does this musical, as two drag queens and a trans woman are contracted to perform a drag show at the Aussie desert-locked town of Alice Springs. So they travel aboard a lavender bus that they christen Priscilla, Queen of the Desert, and they encounter a number of strange characters, homophobic incidents, and brand new horizons for themselves and others along the way. It premiered in Sydney, Australia in 2006. It had a really wildly successful West End run between 2009 and 2011, starring Jason Donovan, Oliver Thornton, our good friend Oliver Thornton, we love you, and also Tony Sheldon. It picked up 3 Olivier nominations and won Best Costume.
Okay.
Now later, Broadway production produced by Bette Midler, nonetheless, ran for a year. It also won a Tony for Best Costume, although it didn't run like it did in London. Played the Palace Theatre, which is a massive house again.
And the Palace again? Palace in London and the Palace in Broadway?
Palace in New York. Couldn't find an audience, but has since mounted various successful productions and tours worldwide, and includes songs such as It's Raining Men and Girls Just Wanna Have Fun.
Jukebox musical.
And also the classic Finally, originally by C.C. Preston, which is featured in the film. It's just a great crowd pleaser, guys. Tour's cast has some incredible musical theatre talent. Miles Weston as Bernadette, Nick Hayes as Felicia, Edwin Ray as Mitzi, alongside the sensational Ali Daniel in the ensemble, who we saw in Millennials.
Oh, yes.
Ali is incredible.
They were fantastic.
Directed by your old mate, Ian Talbot.
Oh, Ian Talbot. Okay, who we saw, was it Eugenius?
Yes, directed Eugenius, and directed you in Anything Goes?
Anything Goes.
Anything Goes, way back when. 2 hours, 30 minutes, including a 20-minute interval. Throw your glitter up in the air, throw your knickers up in the air. It's a great night out. Australia for the win, woo!
Like I say, we've never seen it. I've never seen the musical either. The nights are drawing in, it's getting dark. I don't know where Leg Simon has gone, but stick around for our 30-second interval breakdown and to the end to hear all of our thoughts and find out how many stars. Fellow leggers, we come to the interval of Priscilla Queen of the Desert, which means it's time for the breaker leggers.
30-second interval breakdown. Go, what do you think so far?
Do you know what? I'm mixed. It's good fun, it's bright, it's campy, it's pop songs, but there's something I'm missing. I'm not sure if it's in the narrative or whether I'm wanting more. Maybe I'm just looking too deep. Yeah. And it is just what it is.
I'm asking myself that same question. Am I looking too deep? Because I want more drama, I want more peril, I want more plot, and I'm asking myself questions about suitability in today's day and age, which I shouldn't be asking. So, did these two queens have their worlds coloured sunshine yellow, or were you just thinking, I will survive and get through this show?
Is that your opening pun?
That's the
I
pun.
like it with these two queens,
On,
right?
Yeah, on the spot. It's the best I can do. Best I can do.
Well done. I live for your
Thanks.
puns.
Thanks.
We've come to the end.
No one else does. Do you know, we've
Priscilla-
never had a comment that's gone, oh, I love Simon's
Point.
puns.
Does anybody else appreciate the puns?
Do you know
Is
what?
it just me?
I do it for me.
And
And
for
for you.
us,
I do it for us. I do it for
you're
us.
right. No one's
No.
ever commented.
No, no
Comment
one's ever
below on the
commented.
puns. So we've come to the end, Priscilla. Come to the end of it. What did you think?
I sort of see its place. I see its commerciality, especially in a world where theatre, is getting back on its feet. It needs to get bums on seats. I can see an appeal to it. Is that enough for me as a theatre goer that with a lot of experience that's seen many a jukebox musical? I think this falls short for me in very many ways. Not sort of least the introduction of the musical numbers on almost every occasion. Now, I'm not looking for sophistication. I know it's about drag queens and it's very paper thin. I understand that. But I like a nice, coherent plot device. And I don't get one here. And that feels like a real shame because I feel like I could write those intros better. How about you?
I thought it's okay. I mean, it's fun. The cast is talented. They have a lot of fun, a lot of costume changes. It's very camp. It's very enjoyable. It's like a night out at many a bar we've been to. So I enjoyed those elements of it. I'm with you here in that the jukebox musical suits a certain audience. Remember, if you want to come just have a good time, you don't want to think too much, don't want to be challenged too much, and you just want to be entertained, then it serves you.
Yeah.
And I think for many people, if that's what you're looking for, that's your piece of theatre. I agree with you in terms of the numbers. They just start. It's like, oh, we can put a song in here. Oh, we can do this here, and there's no subtlety, which is kind of the style. I almost wonder if they're almost taking the mickey. Well, they do take the mickey.
They do at some points, but that's inconsistent.
But for me,
that's the point.
For me, I want more.
Yeah.
I want more, and that's just on a personal level.
And it's just little things in the book, like, for example, spoilers maybe, but probably not too much. There's a young character in it who wants one of the other characters to do an Elvis impression for them, but we're given no reason why an Elvis impression. Why would they know Elvis? What's the point of that? Why that impression? Kids today, would our kids want us to do Elvis impressions? No. Our kids would want me to do Miley Cyrus and Ariana Grande, and I'd nail it. But that's my point. Like, why? Give us a bit of context.
And I think
here.
that's
it's not hard.
But we're looking too deep, and this piece isn't that deep. And as such, I look for depth, and I look for that, and that's what I resonate to.
Yep.
And there was only the one character, really, Bob, that was really that grounded delivery and grounded character that I was like, okay, I'm on board with this. I get this. Otherwise, I was looking for more.
But you're right, it's superficial, we're looking too deep into it, but can't things be both? Think about Rock of Ages, we didn't have the same arguments with that.
Exactly what you're
the
saying.
Songs came in with the plot,
Even Jersey
they drove
Boys
the narrative, they picked
jukebox
the right
musical.
numbers. Do you know what I mean? Like, that's not an excuse. I'm all about superficial, I mean, look at me. But I just can't forgive a book that doesn't give enough care and attention to the music.
So what this piece does need then to thrive is a talented cast,
which it has,
who can deliver with
which they
energy,
do.
with talent. We want to see the sparkle, the glitz. We want the charm, the risque, the cheek of it as well. And that's where this piece will win over an audience. And with the songs,
yes,
as well. So and that's where it's at.
I think the point you're trying to make is what we're lacking in book, we're making up for in glam, glitter, tits and teeth.
Yes.
Because we get a huge amount of glam, glitter, tits and teeth.
And the heart of the piece is anything
heart's
that
in the
promotes
right place,
diversity, difference.
with some very questionable by 2021 standard moments. Like, I've got to say, it hasn't aged well. And the point is, this piece isn't set when the movie was set. We're not in the 90s because we use music in it that we've had since then. Kylie Minogue, Can't Get You Out of My Head, 2001, for example. We're in the modern day, yet there are stereotypes in this, and there are some quite offensive tropes, and I don't know how comfortable I am with that, because there is absolutely no reason why the ping pong shooting Asian person needs to have an Asian accent. There's just none. She's Asian, we know they do that. Don't ham it up with the really... I was really bothered by it.
Were you bothered by that?
Can you tell?
I kind of just, I was just like, okay, this is happening. Okay, but I didn't have much time to absorb it, but I can see why I know when we talk about stereotypes and actually is that appropriate by today's standards, actually why that would be the case, but okay, I see that.
And I would also say that just for me, there were some moments of direction which weren't very clear. Like, for example, we had the Bernadette character singing to her new old lover, like that sort of thing, where she was singing to him about him, but he wasn't in pause in those moments. Like, I want it to be reflective. It made me think of Follies. And we had a young Bernadette character earlier on. There's a story to be told there that isn't told because the director has not thought, you know what, when she's singing, I'll get him to stop so she can sing at him and to him the words she can't say. And then when they have conversation, he can come back into action again. We could use a young Bernadette character here. There's just a real gap that I feel could be plugged, and I love to plug a gap.
So, some things that you're questioning in terms of the piece, etc. Okay, then what do we want to pull out?
The things that we enjoyed.
Yes, the cast were fantastic.
Cast, yeah, like
very talented.
I can't fault the cast.
They're doing a lot. I want to say the ensemble cast. Well, actually, it's the whole company because they're all dancing.
Real lack of ethnic diversity in the ensemble, sadly.
Yeah.
That's again. I was thinking there's not a good split here.
There was some representation, but very much minority. So we'd like to see more there. But very talented in terms of what they're being asked to do in terms of vocals, dancing as well. Some not just funky, clubby stuff, but some real balletic, technical stuff going on.
And some
really
energetic,
fast, sharp, and legs up all over the place. And they look fantastic as well. In terms of body representation, we had a lovely mix of body representation from tall, wide to small as well. Like just everything, which I do champion and was great to see, not just stereotypical that we've seen in this kind of touring production.
They have a lot.
That I did love that.
A lot
that's the right
to do.
direction.
And I feel almost it would be sad to sort of hone in on Edwin Ray, Miles Weston and Nick Hayes as Mitzi, Bernadette and Felicia, because their tracks are played also by the ensemble at points and they do a lot of the work for them. It is a real company piece. So I think everybody is worthy here and they do a fantastic job. I loved the music, the way it sounded, orchestrated. I loved the moment of, we had Land Down Under by Men at Work as like an underscoring for another song, like just hints of that Australian culture.
Wow.
Which I picked up on.
There was a couple of songs I didn't know. Something about A Cake in the Rain.
You didn't know?
I was like, is this a popular song?
The song MacArthur Park.
Is that what it is?
Yeah, which we're going to listen to on the way home.
Never heard this before in my life.
I can't let you get away with not hearing and not knowing MacArthur Park. It's a classic. It means nothing and everything.
Okay. There we go.
Right.
Is there anything else you want to say? Wrap it up. So
I just say we love you, Ali Daniel. And do you know what? If you're going on sometime as Bernadette, will you please let us know where and when?
Because we'd love to see you.
We would love to see that.
So how many stars are we going to give?
So
Priscilla,
for Priscilla,
Queen of the Desert, the musical, currently playing here at Curve Leicester, but going on a UK tour.
We are going to give... I wonder if I can pull them up. 1,
2,
3
stars for this piece.
3 stars for this piece. Do you know what? A good night out to forget about it, but don't overthink it. Is it 2021? Is it the calibre of great jukebox musical theatre we've come to expect? I'm not sure. Are you? If you have a few drinks beforehand, you'll have a much better time.
I think that's the thing. Have a few drinks before. Go with people. Go expecting it not to be too deep, but to be challenged in certain aspects. Not anything we haven't seen before in terms of transphobia, biphobia, in terms of homophobia, all of those issues. It's good to see us thinking about that, but not too deep of a way.
It's a good guys' night out, but that's just what I think.
Totally what I think.
What do you think?
let us know.
Let us know.
Comment below.
Comment below.
And with the break of leggers.
And we'll catch you again soon.
Bye.